Hello everyone, Inkdisk here, and welcome back to Call of Cthulhu Prisoner of Ice. Hope you guys have been keeping cool in the weather lately. It's something like 77 degrees right here, Fahrenheit, and it's like 3 in the morning when I'm recording this, so it's really hot and probably gonna be very hot during the day. So, in the last part, Ryan here got captured by Nazis along with a woman named Parker and apparently her father, who hit a stone dais or disc that the Nazis planned to use to awaken the prisoners of ice, call forth the great old ones, and potentially gain immortality and dominion over the rest of humanity. I'm having my major doubts of that. The great old ones don't like to share power too often. Like, you have to work real hard to get their favor, if I recall anyway. And at the moment, we are in the year 2037 due to stepping into a teleporter that also turned out to be a time machine of some sort. So now we gotta figure out what we're doing. First order of business. Is there exits, or is this a singular room? Let's go this way. Obviously, oh good, there are multiple panels. Alright, go from right to left. Looks like a radar screen, but I've never seen anything like it. Can you use it?
My name is Howard Phillips Parker, and this is the story of the end of humanity. In 1937, my father, John Parker, escaped from the Schloss Adler polar base, thanks to the mysterious intervention of a certain Ryan. No one believed his story of the prisoners of ice. He married, and I was born just before the world plunged into chaos. It was then that my father decided to impart all his knowledge to me. I became a specialist in the myth of Cthulhu, and I inherited a magical stone capable of invoking the Necronomicon. In 1989, following total chaos, I headed a group of survivors and entered the ruins of Schloss Adler, hoping to find the secret of the prisoners of ice. I invented a weapon capable of coming to grips with the monsters, the freeze and destroy. But there were too many of the creatures, so I made copies of the solar disk my father had found, and dispatched my son Jan into the past, accompanied by Lieutenant Shelton. I had placed a steel plate with my son's name on it around his neck, Parker Jan. A prisoner of ice attacked Jan and Shelton during the transfer, but he only succeeded in getting away with a piece of Jan's plate. If anyone sees this message, then my son Jan has arrived safe and sound in London with Shelton, and humanity can still be saved.
Well then. Apparently we're from the future, but that also means if we can save everything, we're probably going to be wiped from existence, depending on how they, follow the rules. Come on, look at yourself, Ryan. No, Ryan, look at yourself. Alright, you're not gonna do that. Scanner. What can you scan? Can you scan anything? It doesn't work. There are so many tiny things on it. Oh, here we are. But no, nothing happens. And maybe we need to collect something first. Oh, maybe we can feed it the paper. No. Okay, we'll get back to that. Maybe. The last section, they had us have some false positives, so... Ooh, a barrel. Middle section and barrel. Where'd the middle section come from? And I imagine... Okay, they're not part of the same thing, or at least if they are, we haven't got all parts yet. Half a steel plate. Is that the thing they were talking about? Fragment of a steel plate with something engraved on it. What's that engraved on it? Park E. Yeah. Now take it. Here we go. This is probably going to be important. Okay. Apparently not. Or you don't really care because you already got confirmation of it. Let's see. So it's called a sun gate. Not how it works. How does it work? Some sort of time teleportation device. Yeah. You know, there's an issue I find. If this is where you were sent from, that means those things are probably crawling around outside. Which means, hello, nitrogen charge. That's probably one of the last parts. Come on, pick up. Okay, and we got 2 of them. Are we missing pieces still? Now let's check the stone. Not strong enough to shift it. Holes in the facility. This place was run down or abandoned a long time ago. Alright, currently, I don't think... Alright, never seen a charger like it. Piece of armament. Okay, I know how to put a weapon together. Then either I don't have it all or you don't know how this goes. Alright, that won't go anywhere, which means I still need to find a piece somewhere. I mean, this place... Oop, here we go, finally! I just need one last piece. Alright, so there's the butt. Middle section butt. So put those together, or please don't tell me I need more. That is tiny as hell. That probably goes to the scanner now. And now we push the button. And now, okay, we got a gun, which maybe we can use it to blow open the thing. I'm hoping. Okay, that is very effective. Look inside. We've got the disc and that stone from before. Oh, it's a copy. Okay. Now, maybe we can head back since everything's been dealt with. Alright, that's not how it works. How does it work? Okay, no. How about we put the sundial in it then? It's not stupid. Maybe it has the same... And maybe we can use it on Ryan. Why are you going all the way over there?
Ryan.
Hi. Do the paper again. What? Okay, how about... Not a good idea. Alright, then... Okay.
I found the means of saving you. This solar gateway is used for traveling through time and space. Trust me.
Oh, we're just gonna all run through
Ryan,
it.
come with us!
Dietrich and Miraculous have left for Ilsmith to celebrate the rite that will bring the Great Old Ones back to Earth. You must find them.
Ryan, come with us!
No, I don't
Can't.
particularly care for the
father's
future
right.
you went to.
Beware of the paradoxes of time. Diane told me what happened inside the office of the library curator.
Okay. So, is that thing frozen in place now, or...
Give me the solar disk. Schnell!
Unfortunately, dear sir, it was stolen from us yesterday.
Verdammt! No funny business. The disk.
Senor, this office is not open to the public.
Really could have come back sooner and not let that guy
Where
die.
is the solar disk? I am not in the mood for jokes, Herr Doctor, as you can see.
I see nothing, dear sir. I am blind.
And you are zapped.
There are strange eons where even death may die. Ilsmuth, the Hall of the Sorcerer Narakamus, 18th of January, 1937.
Hey, you mind explaining why you said that phrase this time? I figured in the context of you saying it before in the original scene that we just learn of you learning it, but in the context of you going back, you just seem to randomly say it because it's a Lovecraft thing. Now that looks like a way out. Let's take a look before we try to do anything with it. Water, prisoner, Cthulhu, fire, Dagon, air, Nyarlathotep, ice. I got no clue. Put the stone on it? No. Okay, so either I need something... I swear if there was something where I was supposed to learn what all this means, I must have skipped it over. Come on. What do you have to say, Ryan? Okay, well, let's think of this logically. Nyarlathotep, I think, is what they said the one priest turned into. Then there's the prisoners and ice. Are we doing an order of events? Let's see. Ice. Fire. Okay, I have no idea what I did. Impossible to take it. Unless... What? Okay, so let's try killing the sword. Or no, not killing the sword, killing the book. First book. What about you two? Narakamus.
At last, the great old ones are about to regain their throne and rule until the end of time.
Well, not if I can help it.
Once I have intoned the incantation, Ngarf Cthulhu, for the third time, Cthulhu shall return, and a race of lords shall rule over mankind.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna let you do that. How about you?
The stone circle can only be destroyed if it is sent back into the abyss of time together with the solar disk. To repulse Cthulhu, it will then be necessary to entice the man with the metal mask into the force field.
And there's a force field? I feel like there's a lot of stuff these guys aren't telling me, but it feels also at the same time like they're expecting me to already know it. Like, for instance, why do I have a sword? And how is that able to...
Dietrich
Whoa.
knew you were stubborn. He thought I might find you here.
Okay.
You've kept your cards close to your chest since the very beginning, Sears.
Unfortunately, the game is over for you, Jan. Do not blaspheme!
Okay. Oh. We're just dead. Okay, rope. Cut the rope. Alright,
How ironical. Your father placed all his hopes in you to save humanity, and I am your father's best friend.
okay, so
An elegant repartee for an amateur.
why are you saying stuff like ironical? Yagsasa. Okay, then. This is one of those situations where I have to ask the right thing in the right order, don't I? Well, could be worse things. Alright. Talk to you, Howard Parker.
Your
Yeah.
father.
Then
An
we
elegant repartee.
talk again. John T.
John
Parker.
Parker is your grandfather, but he does not know it.
Okay.
That is truly typical of the son of Howard Parker.
Okay. Let's say Dietrich. Nope, just dead. How about the great old ones?
It is too late. Dietrich and the Rakamus are already celebrating the ceremony that will bring Cthulhu back to Earth. Pray to your god one last time, Jan.
Sure.
I changed identity 16 years ago. I was Lieutenant Shelton, dispatched with you into the past by your father. This journey through time has made me realize the power of the great old ones.
Okay, then.
In London, I abandoned you in the care of a charitable institution, the Brothers of the New World. And I devoted myself to worshipping the great old ones. Dietrich contacted me in 1925 and introduced me to a secret society.
I feel like there should be a bit
initiating
more
to Cthulhuan
pictures
rites.
going.
One of the members was a
Is
spiritualist
this game
with
glitching out
amazing
right at
powers.
the end? Well, that's an interesting summoning circle.
This spiritualist, capable of swaying the masses, became a puppet in the hands of the sect. His mission was merely the first stage in a monstrous plan. Establishing total chaos and preparing the return to Earth of the great old ones.
That looks
I
more
shall
like
do
the
what I
rats
should have
coming
done
back.
30 years ago on my arrival in London.
All right, now we just cut the rope. Why did it explode? Okay, let's see. Now what? How do we do this? First book. Won't use it on ourselves. A sacrificial two-handed sword. Has a strange power. Okay, so there's a mask. Terracotta mask. Estron underneath. Old ceremonial mask. And okay. How about this one? It looks like it's got a water drop under it. Alright, this one. This one. Maybe if we stab it. Alright, stabbing works, but I gotta get the right one. How do I determine the right one? I feel like there's all sorts of things I'm not seeing. Maybe they gotta be in the right order. Like S, then the fuck? Is that a pool of poisonous blood? Okay, S gets me blood. Water gets me fire. So, what looks like a nail gets me sand. There is no logic to any of this stuff. Hello there. Let's go climb into... Well, of course not. There's a ladder or something there. Okay, let's stab it. Use the Necronomicon. Okay. I feel like this is one of those things where I gotta look really close. What? You gotta be kidding me. This is so annoying. Okay, so what am I doing now? Did it change anything over here? Now it's a passage, but it looked like a ladder before. I hate pixel hunts. Oh, the ritual's going on. I thought for a moment it froze. Okay, maybe it still did.
Cthulhu, EIA.
Okay, we got a sword. Can't you... Oh, that's stupid.
We must intone an incantation against this intruder. Atang, Cthulhu, Yai!
Okay, so maybe I use the Necronomicon now. No? No? Okay. How about the sword? Myself again? Oh! There was a timer. Okay, I know the first time use it on myself.
We must intone an Atang.
No, it didn't work before, so... Alright.
Atang, Cthulhu, EIA!
And the guy said you had to do it 3 times, so let's do this 3 times.
I have returned from the future. Look at my new features. Look at the features of he who shall open the gate.
All you do is wear a metal mask. Okay, let's try this now. No? How about myself? No. You? Stone?
The Necronomicon! The Necronomicon!
No!
Huh. I got no clue what's going on. Outside of automatic saving, apparently. Hello? Oh! Okay, survivor of time, the one who never was. Do I get to choose, or will you tell me both?
Edward Space, 20th of January, 1937.
Ryan, thank God you're safe!
How did you manage to return to our world, my boy?
I have a lot to tell you, grandfather. A lot.
for there are strange eons where even death can die.
The Armadas lived in peace at Tiwanaku until the day the fair-haired man appeared. He overthrew the king of the Armadas and became the god of gods.
You already told me all of this. Only now it's an actually animated
Thus, what had
cutscene.
previously been would return yet again.
I see. Okay. This thing kind of got into a confusing mess near the end. I have no idea if that's because my game glitched out or if this was really how it went for people back when this game was new. All I know is up until this last level or two, everything was really intriguing and interesting, and outside of the needle hunt, it was pretty nice. Yeah, I can load straight into that, so we're gonna see what that is.
Edward Space, 20th of January, 1937.
Dad, what's happened to Ryan? He should have been back.
He won't be coming back, Diane. You cannot play with time with impunity. Right now, Ryan has probably disappeared forever in another continuum. Ryan has never existed in our world.
No, that's not true! He saved us! He changed the course of our lives! Ryan exists! I'll never forget him. He'll come back!
The Armadas
You barely
lived in
knew
peace
him.
at Tiwanaku until the day the fair-haired man appeared.
Yeah, this part's largely the same, so
He
does Ryan
overthrew the
change
king of the
things?
Armadas and became the god of gods.
No, that's entirely the same.
Thus, what had previously been would return yet again.
Alrighty. Like I was saying, I enjoyed it up until the end, and then, like I said, if it was just me glitching out, I can forgive some stuff, but if this was like the intended ending, the intended way you were doing things, I am left with a lot of disappointment. I mean, for one, that entire fight with the Diedrich guy, or no, not Diedrich, Sears, where you go and have to select the exact order of the dialogue in order to get to the point where you can cut the rope that was already listed as a thing you could cut, only if you try to cut it out of sequence, you just die. And then there's a lot of stuff that, having taken a quick look between watching the first ending and the second, I found that there's a fair number of things in the last act or so that require you to have access to the manual and some papers that came with the original game box. Stuff that more or less makes no sense unless you have extra material. And if you have that, that's fine. But it left me confused and at times just randomly pushing buttons or moving objects until it got into the order that there was like a fake newspaper that came with the game. It had the exact order of what those little stone squares was supposed to be put in, and I just managed to get it by more or less brute forcing it. And that's not particularly fun, and I don't think they ever considered the possibility that one day in the future someone would want to play it that wouldn't have access to all that stuff. Anyway, I'm sort of rambling a bit. I mean, for the most part, I had fun, and I would recommend if you wanted to play this game, and it's pretty cheap on Steam, you should look up a guide. because there is some things that either you have a lot of patience to trial and error or just pixel hunt for, or you will need to just, yeah. Anyway, despite how it ended, I hope you guys had fun along the way, and I'll see you guys in the next game. Take care and have a nice day. Bye bye.